Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Oaklawn Park here on Friday. It is the 27th of March, 2026. Going to look at the stakes action on the program from Oaklawn. But before I get on to that, remember to follow me on X at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And join me tomorrow for my Arkansas Derby preview here from Oaklawn, also for my Florida Derby, the Dubai World Cup. And in general, it's going to be an excellent weekend of racing. So I hope you join me for all those previews. But let's look at the stakes action here on Arkansas Derby Eve races 9 and 11. Ninth race from Oaklawn. It is the Matron Stakes. It's going for a $250,000 purse. Race for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Clean field 9 horses, going 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the main track. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the 5 horse, me and Molly McGee. I'm going to go 5-4-6-2 in the superfecta. 5-4-6-2 super, top selection, the 5 horse. Me and Molly McGee, this 4-year-old filly by Vekoma. Peter Urton trains. Juan Hernandez comes in to ride this horse. They ran the horse most recently in the D. Wayne Lucas Stakes at Santa Anita, 7 furlongs on the 7th of February. Off the bench, he finished second by 1 3/4 lengths. He sat on the front end. He had the speed. He set some good fractions up front. He just yielded in the lane. Maybe the 7 got to him. Off the bench, he probably need the race also. Coming second off the bench, he earned 23%. Traveling cross country shouldn't be a problem. I think this horse could really improve off that run. Ran 2 back in the test stakes at Saratoga, 7 furlongs 2nd of August, and he finished 8th by 41 lengths. Showed pace early on, but then just completely crumbled home. Basically walked in the line, got an ambulance ride home. It just wasn't the day to win. And then an allowance race at Churchill, 6 furlongs, 22nd of June, winning by 2 lengths on the front end. This horse dueled and went away with an 87 buyer. That was quite impressive. And won the week after Derby at Churchill, 6 furlongs in the main special weight, winning by 5 lengths on the front end. That was a good drawing away victor. He's run very good buyers that I think could do wonders here. Drawn well, second off the bench. I think this horse could improve. I think the 4 horse Estorina for Randy Morris and Luis Saez could win also. Random ratings handicap here over the 6 furlongs on the 6th of March, and he won by 1/4 lengths that day. And from the rail, just basically won in a trot, picking up nicely and won clear. 83 buyer. That was a good return to the winner's circle. Up in class here today. I think this horse could improve a lot. Ran in the American Beauty 2 back here at 6 furlongs, 13th of February, and finished second by 3 1/4 lengths. Was dueling on the front end, had the lead for a split portion, got caught in lane, but it ran her hard out that day. It was her first time since August, so she probably needed the race. She likes running here. Her form hasn't been half bad as of recently, and she's been actually going up in form as of recently. 9-2. I'm going to use her on the ticket. But to recap my selection for the ninth from Oaklawn now, it is the Matron Stakes. Going to take the 5 horse, me and Molly McGee. Give kudos to the 4 horse Astorino. 5-4-6-2 super. 5-4 in the multi race. Moving to race number 11 from Oaklawn, it's the featured of the program. It is the Fantasy Stakes. It's a grade 2 event going for $1 million purse, race for 3-year-old fillies. 6 horses were originally entered here. 6 horse Explorer will actually be withdrawn and scratch. Will only be down to a field of 5 horses going 1,700 meters or mile 16th on the main track. Gonna take the 4 horse taken by the wind as top selection. 4-5-6-3 in the superfecta. That was my original selections here. 4-5-6-3 super. So now it'll become 4-5-3 for me. My top selection 4 is taken by the wind. This 3-year-old filly by Rock Your World. Kenneth McPeak trained. Field gets in the saddle. The horse's most recent outing came the 1st of March at Oaklawn, a mile 16th in the grade 3 Honeybee. Drawn very wide that day. This horse just didn't have a lot left in the tank, finishing 8th by 22 1/4 lengths. Was wide throughout, and like I said, a unique good position going 2 turns here at Oaklawn. If the only horses that win 2 turns from a wide trip at Oaklawn are Torpedo Anna. This horse isn't Torpedo Anna. This horse just wasn't getting into it. Drawn a lot better here today. I think it's going to be forwardly paced, and I think she can find a lot better trip than she found last time out. 2 back, she ran in the Silver Bullet Day at Fairgrounds, mile 70 on the 17th of January. First starts in September. The horse went by a neck, and on the front end, he looked like she was going to go down late, but she dug in there, grinded it out to the wire. I think that was a very good performance in 80 buyer. Probably a buyer that could definitely win against these horses here today. And then the Pocahontas, that's Churchill, 1 turn mile in mid-September, won by 5 1/4 lengths, coming from mid-pack. That was a good, clear victor. Won actually on debut and a maiden off 75 at Saratoga, 7 furlongs off turf in mid-August, won by 3 lengths, coming from the back of the pack. A little green that day, but she's up to the task. A very good performance. It's definitely improved a little bit since every single race. I'm here training well. I do think the horse goes up a lot with a better post draw. 15 to 1, I'm gonna use her. I think she's, very loaded here. I think the 5-horse Sticker Shock for Brad Cox and Irad is your second likeliest winner. Ran most recently in Lowndes race for optional 50, 150 here over the mile 16th at the end of February. Off the bench, winning by a length from a track and trip. She won quite easily. 87 buyer, that was quite good. Jumped up, about 13 buyer points from the previous race, which came at Churchill late November, mile 16th in main special weight, won by 3/4 length, and everything her own way in the front end, and held on. A good performance that day. And then over the one turn, about 7 at Keelan and a main special weight back in October, she finished third by 7/4 lengths that day, where she just needs something more. She's a horse that wants 2 turns. She's going to get it today. She's drawn well. She has forwardly pace. I think she's also a very likely winner. We'll use her in the late pick 4. But to recap my selection for the 11th from Oaklawn, it is the grade 1, or excuse me, the grade 2 $1 million fantasy. You're going to take the 4 horse, taken by the wind. 4, give kudos to the 5-horse Sticker Shock. 4, 5, 6, 3 Super. 4, 5 in the multi race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on X at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.